So in this video, you'll witness the wife offload and load the excavator onto our new Kaufman 15,000 pound tilt deck equipment trailer. I'm really satisfied with this purchase. It's extremely difficult to beat their prices, virtually impossible, and the value is absolutely there in the quality of build. Now, we live in North Carolina, they're based out of North Carolina, so it just makes a lot of sense. If you have any questions, I definitely recommend that you reach out to Rachel. If you call the 800 number for sales and request her, you will definitely be satisfied. She's very knowledgeable, prompt in her responses, and extremely easy to work with. The other thing that I can tell you is that having two trailers, while it seems nice to have one, the idea of loading a machine this heavy and this size or weight category, if you will, into the bed of a dump trailer, it can be done all day long. I get it, I understand it. But when you have so much going on, it's nice to be able to have that confidence and ease of use with a tilt deck instead of worrying about the angle and the height of a dump trailer off the ground. It's a much more peaceful feeling, peace of mind, if you will, than anything, even though the idea of having one trailer sounds fantastic. At all chances, if we have the ability to limit accidents, limit damage, or reduce the risk of any of those combination of events occurring when it comes to loading, the differences between loading into a dump trailer and loading onto a tilt deck, I'll take the tilt deck all day long. But again, I do understand it can be done either way. So here's the video, and then we'll get an idea of the wife's impressions and thoughts when it's all said and done. So when it came to the overall experience of offloading and loading the excavator on the tilt deck, what were your thoughts?
So it was actually quite easy. It was the first time I had ever done that. I have operated the equipment, but I have not been the one to load it on and off the trailer. It was definitely easier than I expected. Offloading it first, basically everything went down very smoothly. The angle was shallow and everything tilted slowly, so it wasn't a huge bump in the road per se to unload the trailer, and everything went very well with that. And then loading it again was also very easy. Comparative to a dump trailer, I imagine that the angle makes a huge difference versus the contour of the trailer, just making it much easier to load.
Yeah, I think you brought up a really good point there when it comes to the differences between loading and offloading, whether the boom's in front of you or not. With the tilt deck, it's going to be much more gentle. It's going to be a slower process. Whereas when it comes to a dump trailer, you have that pivotal axis, if you will, in which the machine will fall to one side or the other from a gravity standpoint. And I've never loaded one. I'm really not interested in it. But could you imagine what it would be like, whether it's offloading or loading and hitting the ramps or hitting the bed of the dump trailer, when that gravitational axis changes? Again, it can be done all day long, but it's nerve-wracking. I don't do this 5 days a week, 40 hours at a clip. So as a side hustle and as an avid user, I'm sure the learning curve's there. You know, I always like to say dumber have done it, so we can learn to do it ourselves. But I guess the confidence and the peace of mind. What do you think now that you bring up that point and I'm kind of elaborating on it a little bit more?
I think once someone shows you how to do it once, it's extremely straightforward, and certainly could do it by myself at this point as well, and would feel comfortable doing so.
Now, what about the idea of that dump trailer on the gravitational axis? Would that make you nervous? Do you feel like you could do it?
Well, I'm more adventurous than you, so I actually wouldn't mind a little bit of a roller coaster ride, but at the same time, it is not the safest thing to do, and I imagine if you did that over and over again, it would get old. So.
You hear that, folks? She wants to do a roller coaster ride with our new $70,000 piece of equipment.
I'm kidding.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.